Silence is not the end of a relationship. It is not a time when nothing is happening. It is the moment when everything begins to return to its rightful place. When you stop explaining, stop holding on, and stop seeking reassurance. That is when at last, something subtle yet undeniable begins to shift inside the other person. When someone who was always there suddenly becomes quiet, people finally begin to notice the space that presence once filled. The daily messages, the habit of checking in, the rhythm you kept adjusting to keep the relationship alive. When all of that disappears, and for the first time they feel absence, an unexpected emptiness seeps into their everyday life. From that moment on, your absence is no longer just empty space. It becomes an imprint on their heart. Most people only understand value after something is gone. The quieter you become, the louder their thoughts grow. Why haven't they reached out? This feels different. Did I do something wrong? What are they doing right now? Is this really how it ends? These questions begin to spiral during the day, at random moments and deep into the night. Silence is not a punishment. Silence is not a strategy. Silence is a choice. And that choice, before it ever reaches the other person, returns you back to yourself. The more we speak from anxiety, the more visible that anxiety becomes. The more we explain, persuade, and try to be understood, the less we are seen for who we truly are, and the more we are seen as our fear. But when you finally stop, when you no longer try to prove your worth, the other person begins to feel not your effort, not your anxiety, but your presence. And this is where the relationship begins to shift. When you stop responding, they are forced for the first time to face their own unconscious. As long as you kept reacting, adjusting, and holding the relationship together, they didn't need to think or care. They believed the flow would continue. Because you always sacrificed. Because you always gave in. But the moment you stop, something inside them begins to crack. The human brain does not react strongly to what is predictable. Constant availability creates comfort, but it does not create longing. Unexpected silence, however, creates questions. And questions awaken emotion. Some emotions appear before words through the body. A tight chest. Time that suddenly feels longer. A strange emptiness in a dark room before sleep. That emptiness often begins, not with love, but with loss. Emotion sleeps in certainty and wakes in uncertainty. So while you are gone, they begin to think of you more often, more deeply. What you might be doing, who you might be laughing with, why you no longer explain yourself. The realities they create in their imagination often shake them more than the truth ever could. Your silence does not control them. It simply makes them think again. At first they dismiss it. You must be busy. But that thought lingers. Did I do something wrong? Is this really over? One day they start checking their phone more often, searching your name, opening the last conversation, looking for meaning in words already spoken. At first they deny their feelings. They call it nothing, protecting their pride. But as time passes, they realize how empty life feels without you. This process is instinctive, it cannot be avoided. People grow more attached to what requires effort. They react more strongly to what they could lose. And when the one who was always trying suddenly stops, that silence becomes impossible to ignore. Silence does not lower your value. It redefines it. But this is important. Silence must not be forced. Forced silence breeds anxiety. Pretending to be strong while collapsing inside only exhausts you. The silence you need is chosen silence. Silence chosen to protect yourself. This silence says, I have a life. I have my own rhythm and standards. And I am whole and complete as I am. This silence is not an attack. It is the gentlest form of self-protection. Silence rooted in self-respect changes the weight of your presence. When you step back by choice, when you pause with dignity, people feel the difference without a single word. We instinctively respect those with agency, not those who are always available, but those who protect their center. Silence is not abandoning the relationship. It is choosing not to abandon yourself. Philosophy calls silence the highest form of self-control. Instead of trying to change the world, you govern your response. Such a person is not dragged by emotion. The more the world shakes, the steadier they become. This steadiness is not coldness, it is self-respect. Feminine energy does not come from explaining or persuading. It flows through space, through presence, through boundaries that require no explanation. Soft does not mean weak. A calm, unshakable presence changes how others behave. When you stop proving love, love finally begins to move toward you. Silence does not escalate conflict. It stops unnecessary emotional waste. Things words could not resolve begin to settle on their own. While you pause, they reflect. Why you no longer try. Why you no longer react as before. And eventually the questions turn inward. Did I value this relationship? Did I respect this person? What did my actions truly show? At the end of those questions, they meet themselves. Some cannot carry that weight and walk away. Others carry it and grow. Silence does not force a choice. It leaves space for a real one. And only self-chosen decisions truly last. If this message lingers in your heart, it means you already did your best and you are ready to let go. You no longer need to chase. You no longer need to wait at the cost of yourself. Your worth does not survive through explanation. As a diamond does not need to explain that it is a diamond. It only needs to exist and it shines. You already exist whole and complete as you are. Silence is not an ending. It is recovery. It is the moment all your energy returns to you. Even a few minutes a day, sit quietly. Feel your breath. Let your shoulders drop. Remember, you always choose yourself. And one day you realize, your silence is your greatest strength. Your silence speaks louder than words ever could. You have already done enough. You are worthy of love by your very existence. This silence does not isolate you. It strengthens you. You are not alone. Silence is a deeper language than words. It allows us to hear the truth beneath the noise. Sometimes courage is choosing not to speak, choosing to walk away if needed. In silence, we meet ourselves. Today, walk gently but firmly. Protect your peace amid the noise of the world. Pausing is not falling behind. It is breathing for a better tomorrow. We honor your quiet courage. You are not alone, and remember, we are always on your side. If this message resonated with you, please like and subscribe. Your support means more to us than you